So, this is my 38-week update. I'm actually 38 weeks and 2 days, and yes, I'm still pregnant. um, anyways, I think I said in my last video that I was going to be getting my first cervical check, I think like the day after I made the video or a couple days after, and I actually did not. I got all ready and was excited to go, get checked, whatever, and they didn't end up doing it. So, but the doctor actually, because of the gestational diabetes, he scheduled an ultrasound for the following week. It was on Friday, last Friday. So, I was 37 weeks and 5 days when I had the ultrasound, and he just wanted to do that to make sure that she wasn't getting too big, which is so funny because it was, the whole time it's been making sure that she's actually growing and that she's not too small, and now I was getting an ultrasound to make sure she wasn't too big. So anyway, so I had that ultrasound, and she is measuring approximately 7 pounds in the 49th percentile, which is perfect. It's exactly where she should be. And then they had said that they weren't going to check me till the next week, but then I was going to request to be checked. And then they actually asked me when I got there if I wanted to be checked. So, so they checked me. Not pleasant at all. And I am not dilated at all. So he said that I was starting to thin out, which is good. A friend of mine said that thinning out is good because you can dilate really fast, but you want to be getting thinned out. So that's good. All that pressure is working from her head. Anyways, he said he thinks that I will probably go to my due date because I'm not dilated at all, and she's not, she's doing so good and she's not too big or anything, so there's no reason for them to induce me or anything, so more than likely I'll go to my due date. So, one of the reasons that I wanted to have them check me on Friday, which would have been, let's see, 14th, 15th, 16th, Friday the 17th, I believe is when it was, but on Tuesday the 14th, I had a non-stress test, and I actually woke up on that morning, or well, my morning, so like noon-ish, and like, I think I'm having contractions. Now, I've not really had any contractions or any Braxton Hicks. I think I had one Braxton Hicks, but I'm like, I think this is contractions, but I'm not sure. I'm like, I'm glad I'm going to the non-stress test because they put a little monitor on that that measures if you're having contractions or not. Because if you are, they want to see how the baby reacts to the contractions. So, got ready, and the whole time I was getting ready and eating breakfast, like sitting down and stuff, no matter what I did, they kept going. Excuse me. And then when I got there and sat down, in the little bed thing, and they put me on the monitors, they were still going. And they were really super short, which is what was making me think that maybe it wasn't contractions, because they were literally like 20, maybe 30 seconds long. So, I told the nurse, I said, I think I'm having contractions, but I'm not sure. And so she hooks me up and everything, and then she leaves the room, and she comes back in, and she's like, you are, in fact, contracting. She's like, I would call these Braxton Hicks, or that I have a irritable uterus. And basically they're not really, like, productive, and they're short, but that my uterus is starting to get the idea that it is no longer welcoming this baby here. I'm like, that's good. So, they kept going for a while that day, and they were pretty consistent. I actually took a picture of the little paper, the little monitor thing, so I'll put that in here. You can see that they're just little bumps. So I'll put that in here real quick. So yeah, so she told me, she said, keep walking, go walk around, see if you can get it to go into active labor. It didn't. I went to the store and stuff and walked around, and they didn't really, they just kind of stopped eventually. The next day I didn't have any, and then on Thursday, I also didn't really have any, but I'm like, I want to get this going, so I actually I went and took the dog for like a pretty long walk, and not a whole lot happened right after that. But then probably like an hour later, I was packing Jason's lunch and getting him all ready for work, and I had like 4 or 5 little ones while I was doing that. Then as soon as I went and sat down, they stopped. So other than that, I've had like 1 or 2 here or there, but not anything like consistent or painful or anything. So I also haven't been doing a whole lot. It finally apparently is summer, and it's been like between 80s and 90s, which has not been fun. So yes, my blood sugar and blood pressure both have been really good. My blood sugar actually has been lower than it normally has. And like I said in the last one, I feel like I'm getting more lenient with it, and my numbers are staying lower. So I don't know if because I'm getting closer to labor, it's starting to like even out. I don't really know. But so yeah, those have both been good. I said in the last video my blood pressure was up a little bit, but it has dropped back down. It's usually in the 120s over somewhere in the 70s or 80s. So that's good. I had an endocrinologist appointment, I think Friday the 17th, and my TSH for my thyroid was off a little bit. The numbers were a little high, so she said she just needed to tweak it. And so I'm taking, normally I am on 50 micrograms of Synthroid a day. And so I'm still on that, but then 1 day a week I take 2 pills. So, and then I go back in 2 weeks to have her recheck it and just make sure that, that it's working and everything. So, that's good. Also could be a reason why I gain more weight. She has definitely dropped. I forgot what breathing felt like. It's pretty magical and pretty great. So that has gotten so much better, and my heartburn had gotten so much better. Well, of course, one day I said, oh, my heartburn's gone, and then the next day I ate like pizza, something with garlic in it, and I've had heartburn every day since. So I guess I jinxed myself and ate a bunch of garlic. So I am just trying to stay far away from the garlic now. What else? I had my NST today, and on the way there, she's kind of been getting into a routine where she is just kind of like still most of the day, which is fine. Like, she'll move after I eat and stuff, but not like a whole lot. She'll just kind of kick around a little bit and then go back to sleep. But then at like 10 or 11 p.m. she wakes up and she just like goes crazy, and I'm like, let's not get on that schedule. So anyways, this morning, that is not how things went. I ate breakfast right before I went, and in the car, it's like a 5-minute drive, and in the car she was like kicking around and going crazy, and I'm like, okay, keep that up, don't like go to sleep as soon as I get there. Well, she didn't. They never did get like a good reading because she would not hold still. They could not keep her on the monitor. So Melissa, the nurse that is there most of the time, we were joking around, but she's like, I have absolutely no doubt that she's fine. She's like, but I do want to get like a decent reading on the, on the monitor or whatever, like for our chart or whatever. And she never ended up getting it. It's supposed to be like 20 minutes long, and I was on the monitors for probably like an hour, and she never ended up getting like a good reading. She did finally calm down and stay on the monitor for like a little bit, but then of course she was like still, and so her heart rate was just like the same. And so she comes back into the room, and she's like, I cannot even believe I'm about to do this. She's like, look at this, and shows me that the line is like straight, and I'm like, of course. And she's like, she must be sleeping, and she had the little buzzer, that thing that she will use if she's sleeping. And she's like, I can't even believe I'm about to buzz her now that she's finally holding still. and I mean, she got just close, and I don't know if, like, she heard her or what, but as soon as she went to, like, she was, like, bringing the little buzzer thing, like, towards my stomach, Kennedy, like, kicked and jumped and rolled over, and, like, we both just kind of, like, looked at each other. It was the funniest thing ever. Like, I don't know if she, like, reacted to her voice or what, or was like, oh, great, here comes this lady to push on me some more. So it was so funny. We got quite a kick out of it. And then, so she didn't end up buzzing her. And then she kind of left the room. And then she, like, popped her head back in, like, a couple minutes later. And she was kind of being, like, still, but not, like, too still. And as soon as she popped her head back in and started talking, she started, like, moving around again. So it's real funny. But I think that's pretty much it. I am going to be definitely updating things on Facebook as I go into labor and whatever. So that is definitely going to be the quickest way to get information for anybody who wants to. So if you want to add me on Facebook, I'm going to put the link to my Facebook in the description so that you can get quicker updates and know what's going on. Because I don't know when I'll be able to make a video. I'm going to try to do like a little one in the hospital. But who knows how that will go. So yeah, I'll put that link there if you want to add me on Facebook. I got my hair cut on Sunday. Not too much taken off of the length, and I've had it up in like several of my last few videos, but it was pretty much all one length. It was maybe like just kind of layered a tiny little bit at the bottom, but I got it layered and I love it. It's so much lighter. I can actually stand to keep it down even though it's like 90 degrees now. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna do a quick belly shot. I apologize, I forgot in the last video. I did post one on Facebook a few days later. Excuse me. But I'll put one in the video quick, and I believe that is all. And hopefully, fingers crossed, the next time you hear from me, I will have a little baby. So, yep, that's it. Okay, so here is from the front. And a side shot here. I feel like it's getting so huge, it's not even funny. And other side. It definitely seemed like it had dropped down some when she dropped, but then I think since she's grown, it does not so much feel, it felt like it kind of like things had loosened up. No, things are very tight again. So, yep, that is it, and I'll see you all later. Bye.